Hey guys, Steve here, Mr. Belmosan. Back as promised when the decals were finished on the upper saucer, and they are done. And as you can see, I got the full range of products, soup to nuts, that I used on in this process. So we'll go through them one by one. Got some ins and outs and ups and downs on them. So first, there you go. We'll give a look of the finished product, and that's it. So we started off with Dawn. First time I ever washed the model, but I've seen people online doing it, so figured there was so much work going to go into this. Might as well do it right from the beginning. So that was the first. Washed the parts down with Dawn. Then started off with not a primer, but Duplicolor flat black. Probably because it was not a primer. That's why it took maybe 5 coats I put down and to get the light blocked. I put a coat down, test the light behind it, and it took that many coats to start blocking the light. So I think there were a couple little tiny pinholes left, but I figured the base coat would take care of that, and it did. And the base coat I used was flat gold gray, Model Master. And it's a little darker. I mean, on here it's the light gray areas that are showing through the decals, and it's actually a little darker than I've seen some other people using online, but I like it, and that's what I used, flat dull gray. Then I came back for the phaser ring, and I went by the directions. I've seen it dark gray, and I've seen it this tan color in movie clips, and I used what the directions called for, and that's SAC Bomber Tan. So I taped that off and sprayed it with that. Then we scratched all the windows into the model. Long process. I just used a regular number 11 blade, and I think I'll try something else on the rest of the model. That was really difficult with that point, sharp point to scratch out the rectangular, kind of oval / rectangular windows. So I'm going to be looking for a different blade to do that with for the rest of the model. Then I used the Testors gloss coat to prepare the base for the decals. Decal sheets like this. There's plenty of more decals left for this model. The Aztecs. So for the decals, I use Microset. I put a few drops in the water that I soak the decals in, and then I use the Microset directly on the spot that the decal will go down on. Once the decal is down, and took a moist paper towel and blotted out the air or bubbles and got it set in good. Came back with the Microcell. Now I found that I think next time around I will do 2 coats of Microcell, because there were spots on the model that showed up, air pockets or just little spots that just didn't quite adhere snugly enough on the model. Because when I came back with the final coat, which was the Model Master flat, clear flat coat, as soon as that started to dry, those little spots I did not see before I put this down started to show up. So next time on the rest of the model, I'm going to look, before I spray this down, look a lot more closely at the decals, and hopefully I can see the telltale signs to avoid this. But most likely I'll do 2 coats of Microcell to make sure it doesn't happen again. And maybe we can back out just a little bit here. There we go. And that's the whole thing. It looks fantastic. I was going to go with the gloss coat or a semi-gloss over the decals, but the directions call for a flat coat, And once I got the decals down on top of the gloss coat, I didn't think they looked good. It was just the wrong look. So I said, all right, I'm going to go with the directions and overspray it with flat. And as soon as the flat started to dry, you could see that that's the way to go. The flat coat is definitely a much better look. So that's it on that, and it'll be quite some time to get the rest of the pieces painted and the decals on, and then we'll start with the lighting, which I've never done. So that will probably be the next video, the beginning of the lighting. But I'm sure that's going to be a long time coming. But thanks for watching. Wish me luck, and I'll see you next time.